focus, determination, passion, stamina, and the will to win. The end result, the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Motorsports brings you the Ricmotech Sports Car Series, brought to you by Ricmotech, high-performance sim racing equipment, and by Proform, Elite Texas Graphics, live Mondays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and welcome to the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Alex Simpson here, along with Tyler Vickery. He'll be joining me in just a short second for, what is round number 3 of the Sports Car Series. Of course, I was away, missed the last one. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out tonight. But of course, we are here. Just trying to get the overlay graphics works. Do apologise. We are here at Sonoma, and I just remember it so much as just Infineon. Really, that's what it is to me. So be an interesting race. Very tricky circuit for sure. Not a lot of room to manoeuvre, and I feel like it's going to be a very interesting night's worth of racing. Tyler has indeed joined us. Let me just drag him into the channel. Good evening, Tyler. Welcome to the booth. And looking forward to this one. And thank you for joining me.
Yeah, always fun having a rush at the last minute.
Well, that's what we like. Just having a couple of issues here with our overlay, and hopefully we'll rectify that in just a second. But Tyler, you were here for last week. Just give us a quick recap of what happened last week, and I'll get busy with this.
Yeah, well, just to recap for a quick recap, I should say. In the GS class, it was a very decent run. I still got to get the some of the final results. It was actually a pretty good race, and I believe Aero Nam pulled out the win as always. Great battles overall from all of the different fields for the GS class. However, in the ST class for the Mazdas, if you guys have not seen the start of that race, you gotta go check that out real quick after this broadcast is over, as the ST class had a bit of an issue between Travis Schwenke and another. I'll have to look back to see what the other driver that was involved. Both of them got tangled up. I believe it was Travis Schwenke got squeezed a little bit, barely made contact, and a whole melee ensued involving at least half of the field involved. It ended up being where the two teammates of, I believe it was Jim List and if I can find the other one off the top of my head, Jim List and one of his teammates alongside Bobby Childs. Bobby Childs was involved, but Jim List and I want to say George Fike. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check real quick. But they were able to come away with a 1-2 finish after all of the melee ensued, and they were able to win with a comfortable lead.
That sounded like an interesting race, that's for sure.
Oh yes, especially when the big one happened at the start of the race. That really sent out a curveball alongside when they had, with that wreck happening, they ended up issuing a virtual safety car because of it.
Right, so just sort of take us through how qualifying is shaping up so far. We've got obviously a couple of the ST cars trying to finish off their laps at the moment. Obviously all GS is done. Just wanted to let you know we're in room Ricmotech 1 tonight as well.
Alrighty, yeah.
Thanks that.
For the GS class, actually right now, looking at the qualifying times for the GS class, Robert Hartley beats Aero Nam. So 2 races in a row that Aero Nam has been beaten out of qualifying. Robert Hartley beats Aero Nam with a 141.8. Aero Nam comes in with a 141.9, and that is your front row. Mike Dam just misses out on getting into the 141s as well. Runs a 142.1. Mike Dam is going to be in 3rd. Pascal Iannucci is in 4th. Clinton Vigas and Kevin Ford were actually pretty close as well, qualifying 5th and 6th. Tyler Shiflett, Jeff Jacobs, Leon Wright, Brandon Whitworth finishes out your top 10. Then it goes down to even a tighter field as well for the rest of the class. Paul Gibson in 11th, Cameron Bidwell 12th, Russ Ruddock, Stephen Thomas, Trent Brown, Michael Mahonigan, and Stephen Daniels, and Raymond Bader are your 18 qualifiers for the GS class. Meanwhile, in the ST classes, there's about 3 minutes left in qualifying. Travis Schwenke is up top right now with a 145.7. Not that far behind is David Patton right now in second with a 145.8. So about a 1/10 of a second difference there. Then it starts splitting out a little bit, but the times are still close by about a 1/10 of a second by each position. Shortly after, it's Jordan Walk takes over 3rd now over Jim List. Then it's going to be George Fike rounding out your top 5 currently. John D. Allen, Eric Vallette, Jacob Beasley, Chris Thorman are all right now currently in your top 10 as well. And then just shortly behind right now, Bobby Childs, who his last run right now was a 146.9. Then you got Mike Taylor, Derek Holland, Matthew Smith, Elvis Rankin, Edgar Sanchez, and Michael Key, all rounding out your grid for the ST class currently. And there's roughly about 2.5 minutes to go in qualifying. So a lot of these times can change, and it can definitely be a turn for who can be able to pull out of pull out a pole position for the ST class. And apparently my live timing crashed on me. That's never good.
Yeah, I think we might have to old school it tonight because there's something wrong. Unfortunately, yeah, just for whatever reason, the just not getting any data whatsoever being transmitted to the overlay at this point. So, yeah,
Ooh,
gonna be very different.
And most definitely, that's always a fun thing when that happens.
I do have a backup method I'm trying to get up and running. Never good to try and bug test these things. Yeah, when you're live, but yeah. Well, yeah, no joy on that one, I'm afraid. So let's think.
I got an idea for myself of trying to get some live timing for us, even though the overlay unfortunately might not cooperate with us, but we'll figure out a way where we can keep an eye on all of the racing going on.
Yeah, I mean, just I've got to check just to make sure we have some basic controls and things, which we do. So yeah, like I said, really old school. This one will be. Try and give as much information as we possibly can. I did have the championship standings. I can't quite. It would have been on the graphic, unfortunately, but I just had to quickly get the email that I had, so can let you know at least what they were. When you lose what you're completely reliant on, it all goes to pot, doesn't it? Right, so quick
Yep.
championship standing. So Dom does lead on 75 points from Leon Wright, then it's Patty Iannucci, Clint Vigus, Robert Hartley, top 5 in GS Pro. GS Open is Gibson, Bidwell, Daniel and Monaghan. Robert Brist rounds out the top 5, all very, very close there. In ST Pro, it's Eric Violet, followed by Jim Lish, John Allen, Travis Finke, Chris Thorman. Then in the Open, it's Edgar Santinelli, Mike Taylor, Lewis Lupa, Jacob Beasley, and Elvis Ranking in 5th place there. So, yeah, all pretty tight, obviously. Still very much early days in this championship. Big shout out to the sponsors, especially as I can't bring up your logos tonight. I will try and see if I can get something going if my developer comes on. We'll get it there. But yeah, to Ricmotech, always thank you very much for supporting the series and Proforma Texas Elite Graphics as well. Thank you very much for those guys. Like I say, I'll endeavour to do my best to get you the graphics. Tyler, qualifying has finished. Have we got any changes since what you discussed or you spoke about just a moment ago?
From what I'm looking at, doesn't seem too much. Right, Travis Rinke locks up the pole position, and what I'll do is I'll round out the top 5 for each class for the grid. For the GS class, it'll be Robert Hartley starting out in first. Arrow Nam's going to be alongside of him in second in row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be Mike Dam and Pascal Iannucci. Row number 3 is going to be Clint Vigus and Kevin Ford. That'll be your front 3 rows for the GS class. And then down into the ST class, Travis Schwenke takes the pole position there. Alongside of him will be David Patton in row 1. Row number 2 is going to be Jordan Walk, and then alongside of him is going to be Jim List. Row number 3 is going to be actually a little bit of a change. George Fike was able to get up to fifth on the qualifying there. So George Fike will be in row number 5. Alongside of him will be John D. Allen, and that'll be your top 3. That'll be your front 3 rows for the ST class. As everyone's getting gridded up now.
Still trying to see if I can get something for the start of this race, so please bear with me.
As GS class is starting to roll out for their pace lap. A full pace lap here at Sears Point, as this is one of the older tracks here at iRacing. If it was one of some of the newer tracks like Road Atlanta and Road America, a lot of the times those cars will be start about almost halfway through. So these cars are going to be going through a full pace lap, and it'll really make a difference for a lot of these drivers.
Such an undulating circuit.
They're going through the long left-hand carousel right now.
Yeah, and the lives, they're quite a way back as well at this point, so that's for sure. So Tyler, you're going to have to take the lead on this one, I'm afraid. While I'm just, like I'm still scrambling. Very last minute attempts to try and get us back up and running.
Not a problem there, not a problem. Currently right now, looking towards Robert Hartley as they're going through the S's right now. Going to get ready for a lot of interesting overtakes through here for the NASCAR S's as they're using the NASCAR section of the S's. So be very interesting to see how this GS class maneuvers through the field, as well as when they catch up to the ST cars as the race goes on. So get ready for that. It'll be very, very interesting. Pace cars diving off. Now it's in the hands of Travis Schwenke as they come around the hairpin corner now. And still waiting on Hartley to go. And green flag's underway.
Yeah, good launch from everyone. Nice tight start there as well. It's going to be interesting. Like I said earlier on at the start of this one, there is not a lot of room at all in this circuit, and we're about to witness this in the first laps, that's for sure.
Yep, as they're already starting to single file as they make it through turns 3 and 4, heading to the uphill left and right-hander, very blind right-hander coming up. So far, everyone making it through cleanly right now.
Yeah, good start. What's going on in the ST class? They're away. Travis is away to the front. They're side by side behind. That's Peyton and Walk as they go through the first
Ooh,
sector.
one goes a little
I'm
wide.
not sure who that was. I think it was Geordie Fike. He's the one that's
Yep.
dropping down the order. So yeah, Fike just getting in there a little bit hot at the start, and his good qualifying already gone to pot really, and he's having to fight back now through the field. Not what you want. They always say you can't win a race in the first corner, but you certainly can lose it. He'll be gutted that he's found himself right in the middle of that pack. He's gonna have to work his way forward in what is very, very tricky conditions. But back towards the to the front, looking at Mike Dam right now as we go through the S's section. And yeah, good to see Dam obviously back in this GS car and the Mustang. And yeah, good start. So Hartley, very quick. We know how quick Rob is with his 9,735 I rating that he currently sits on. Of course, he won't lose any of that today in a league race, but yeah, he's obviously working his way towards that 10K figure. He's got Aero Nom right behind him, and I think Nom's grateful for the competition that he's got this this season with Dam and Hartley there.
Yeah, definitely, as they're really fighting with it now. Just give me a heads up, mine just crashed on me, my live timing.
Yeah, like I say, you're almost better off not using it, I think,
Yeah.
tonight. Certainly don't, I don't know, the camera part might work, but yeah, just the overlay not. Yeah, we're so reliant on technology these days, that's for sure. As
Absolutely.
they work their way down the long left-hander. Be so patient there as well. They get on the power, but the car just pushes wide, and Nom as close as he's been in these opening couple of laps. Of course, you haven't even got the race time available to you, so we'll try and keep you apprised as how long we've got left. But yeah, quite a bit different for us, that's for sure. Now, what I haven't seen is any incidents, because what the drivers should know tonight is I'm also the race official, so I've got so much going on.
Well, this is gonna be fun now. So far, I'm gonna keep an eye on the ST class, see how they're looking right now. Currently, right now in the ST class, Travis Schwenke is just already pulled away. I want to say it's already up to a 2-second gap from Jim List, and just Jim List is, I think he's, oh, Swanky just goes a little sideways there coming out of the S's, but he hangs on to it. Boy, oh boy, that could have been disaster already.
Yeah, Travis, you know, flying really. I mean, what's 2.4 seconds is the gap already here. So where they're battling behind, it's allowing Travis just to scamper away here, and he's, well, I think he's going to take every opportunity he gets. It's not very often in this class that you get a bit of a gap early on, and yeah, he's going to take it and try and work with that and see if he can pull away. But I kind of expected to see larger gaps here. Like I say, it's a very small, very tight, twisty circuit. I think this is a great track for the MX-5s to race on, because it does give the drivers the ability to break that draft and catch up with other people and things like that. So we don't have the normal sort of trains and draft racing that we usually see.
Absolutely. Oh, and also, I'm gonna give you a little update. Did the iRacing Lifetime? I just went up on the website for our software. I think there might have been an update recently.
Yeah,
I don't know if you updated
there
it.
was. I have got the latest as well.
Oh, okay, that's why. That's why mine.
Yeah.
That would be explain why mine was crashing a lot when I just tried to get in.
This is it. Yeah, this is it.
Alright, well, I'm going to take care of that real quick, and at least then I'll have my live timing working, and I can be a little bit more helpful.
So Aero Nom looking strong. Is he going to go for a move here through turn one? Right in the draft, doesn't. Stays put for the moment. Mike Dam really closing up as well. These guys are separated by Well, that is about half a second, really. A tea cozy, as one of my co-colleagues once said. You could throw a tea cozy over them, and that's how close they are right now. Pat Iannucci actually closed in a little bit as well on the leader that lap, so they're not really getting away. Kevin Ford, we haven't seen him down in 5th place for quite a while. Well, I haven't. But yeah, so he's got some stiff old competition this season. You have to really pull out his A game to get to the front.
Absolutely, and he's not doing too bad this season at all either. I mean, he's been really hanging up there with the top drivers. I think this is his first 2 races of the season have been really well done for him. So hopefully he can continue the streak and at least get a top 5, and that'll really help him out as well.
And of course, if you have any questions or anything like that in the chat tonight, just let us know. We'll try and fill you in with as much of the information as we possibly can. I say never easy for us. Obviously, we're missing a lot of graphical information for you as well that we rely on.
Yeah, it definitely is a struggle.
Oh, there's a battle going on a bit further back. Well, no, there's not. It's just someone coming into the pits. Paul Gibson in. Not quite sure why that is.
That's a very early pit stop, I should say. As we're about, I want to say, it says we're about 11 minutes in, but I want to say we're probably about 9 laps in. So even still, not even a little more than a 10th of the way through, and it's definitely interesting seeing that.
Yeah, it's 11 minutes in, including the pace lap. So we're actually only 7 minutes 25 worth of racing right now. So yeah, really early. Something must have gone on that we perhaps don't know about. But yeah, it's forced him into the pits right now. There is this little battle going on, though. This is a bit further down the field. This is between Jeff Jacobs and Leon Wright. And Jacobs making a little mistake, running a bit wide, going down through the long left-hander. And
looks like he's gonna try to set up a pass on the inside. Nope. Early breaks as I think he's gonna try to be more conservative here than aggressive. So still a long race to go, and he's got plenty of opportunities to try to get that spot back.
Now, I don't know if you've heard that in the background as well, but that's the admin software doing its thing at the moment. So we've got a car towing at the moment. Yeah, Paul Gibson all of a sudden towing. So let's take a quick look and see exactly what happened to Paul. That's just him resetting after he tried to come out of the pit. So he obviously got something. I am going to just try and find what happened to Paul very quickly, because I don't even see that Paul's gone off track. He just comes into the pit, so I don't know if he's just scraped a wall or something like that. It's quite possible.
And that'd be real unfortunate there.
Yeah, I can't see anything. No off tracks, no collisions or anything. So, yeah, maybe a self-inflicted thing for Paul.
Possibly.
Yeah. Take a quick look at the MX-5s. This is Jim Liss, John Allen, and Jordan Walks. So second, third, and fourth in class. Not a lot between those guys right now, but no one really close enough to look like they're going to do some moves. There is a very good battle going on right now, and this is for 28th and 29th overall. Mike Taylor and Matthew Smith. Mike Taylor in the front in the 61 car, and the 242 for Matt. They're just ahead of Geordie Fike, who had his issues earlier on in the race. Oh, and a Bit of a wiggle for Smith there as
Oh,
well.
there we go. We got the 18 sliding around further back, or it might have been 16. I'll double check, see which driver that was. Yeah, that was the 18 of Elvin Rankin there. I mean, yeah, Elvis Rankin. I hope I said that right.
So, side by side, a little bit of contact, a little bit of shoving between. That was, well, Jacob Beasley in the 154
Bobby
car got
Childs.
hit there. I think it was Chris Thorman that just got into him, but nothing wrong with that. Some really good, hard touring car style racing there through the S's. And yeah, this little pack really bunches back up all the way towards, I think that's David Payton at the front of that pack in what is net sort of 23rd place. That's 7th in class, so yeah, still Beasley right involved in it. Bobby Child now having a look to see if he can get the run. Derek Holland's right there as well, just waiting, lurking, see if he can get himself a couple of cheap spots.
31 needs a tow. There are one towing.
Absolutely. Watching some of the MX5 battles, it's definitely started to calm down a little bit, especially throughout the whole field, even though there is some great battling overall, especially further back for like where Derek Holland is fighting right around mid-pack for the SC class.
Very quickly nip back to the front as well, just to see how this has all changed. Well, it has changed, and we have missed it, because all of a sudden we have a change for the lead, and I think we need to find where that is, because not only do we have Aeronom now in front,
Mike Dam's also in front of Robert Hartley as well.
Exactly, yes. So definitely we need to see this. Should be able to get this back on a replay. Indeed I can. Like I say, you might well be able to still get some of this camera controls. We'll have a little look at that in a moment. But up the inside in the hairpin. And do you know what? I think Dan follows him straight through. That was great opportunist move for Dam. So yeah, unlike Hartley to lose a couple of places like that, but straight through Dam goes, as well as Noms. A good overtake, but I don't think this one's finished by any means. I fully expect them to carry on as we jump back, and we're almost a lap later. Yeah, Dam really looking strong as we jump on board with him. Maybe got the bit between his teeth. And Nom using all of the track and a little bit more as he kicks up some dust. That's the wall there that I would imagine. Oh, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
I think for a moment.
Uh-oh, here we go
blinking,
again.
Blinking, and
this is what happened last week for Mike Dam. He had some connection issues and he dropped out. And I believe it was when he was up in the top 5 or even the top 3, so he wasn't even able to take the start for the GS class last week. So already things are having some issues again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. I've certainly seen him drop. I'm going to jump back into this sort of midfield ST battle right now. Like I say, right at the front of this, we have got Jacob Beasley. He's actually down 11 spots. Nah, that can't be right. That's absolutely not right. So yeah, something quirky has gone on there at the start anyway.
And so far, Jacob Beasley has only lost 1 position currently, as he started in 25th. As Bobby Childs is now going into the pits.
Yeah, Charles in. Let's just have a quick run cap down of the order then. So yeah, Nom leads from Mike Dam. That's Rob Hartley, Patty Iannucci in 4th, and then Kevin Ford in 5th. Clint Vigers, Tyler Shiflett, Leon Wright, Jeff Jacobs, Stephen Thomas, Brandon Whitworth, and then it's Bidwell, Russ Ruddock, Trent Brown, Steve Daniels, Raymond Bader Jr. and Michael Monaghan. In the ST class, it's Travis Finke, Jim Liss, John Allen, Jordan Walk, Eric Violet, David Payton, Chris Thorman, Jacob Beasley, as you can see him here on screen, Derek Holland, Matthew Smith, Geordie Fight, Mike Taylor, Edgar Sanchinelli, Michael Key, and Bobby Childs is in the pits. He's out. Elvis Rankin and Paul Gibson, I think, actually are your retirees.
Elvis Rankin is coming out now.
Oh, is he?
Arrow,
Okay,
yeah.
so he's still there,
Arrow
but
Nam
yeah.
is Arrow Nam. The SGS class is right now currently lapping Elvis Rankin right now.
Yeah, this is your battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth that we're watching right now as well. So Eric Violet, Jordan Walk involved in. Sorry, my mistake. That's Eric Violet, David Payton, and Chris Thorman right there.
Yes, right now looks like Eric Violet trying to do his best on defending, and hanging in right now, coming through the hairpins. Right now, less than a second is the gap between Eric Violet, David Patton, and Chris Thorman right now, and that is a fight for the fifth in the ST class.
Take a quick look at the battle for second, third, and fourth in class as well in ST. So that's Jim List, John Allen, and Jordan Walk there as well. So all very, very close. Still feel like those guys are being quite patient with each other, not really doing anything. Trying to stay with. Travis Fenke is just leaving him for dust. He's absolutely on fire around here.
He's almost at 6-second gap, which is just unbelievable. With it being almost at 20 minutes now, elapsed time currently it should be pretty close to 20 minutes. So even still, just going through, not even 30 minutes of the race. Well, not even 20 minutes into the race, and they're already Travis Swanky's got a 6-second gap over these over these three from Jim List, John D. Allen, and Jordan Walker.
Just watching a battle here. This is Jeff Jacobs having a little look at Stephen Thomas. They're side by side as they go into the long downhill. We're up in the chopper, watching them from here. Will Jacobs get a good run? He does. You can see the gap coming down. He's got the draft. He goes to the left, he'll be on the outside. Right is covering up the inside. Does he take too much speed in? They both run just a little bit wide, but I have to say, Leon Wright, great defensive driving there, because he absolutely nailed his apex and was able to get good drive off that corner, and actually he ends up pulling away there. He's under pressure and built up a little gap. So yep, Jacob's going to have to close him back down now again and see if he can't get this move done.
Yeah, definitely. And with Jeff Jacobs, that was a great defending, and I think he'll have a better opportunity of defending Stephen Thomas as they come through the hairpin corner now, as they're catching up to Bobby Childs. Whoa! Leon Wright goes sliding. Oh my, what a save though. That could have ended disastrously, as Bobby Childs almost slides into Jeff Jacobs as the rest of the GS field is trying to get around Bobby Childs now.
The difference in size there, there was just a shot comparing the two cars, and it's just so different as well. So yeah, like you say, Bobby doesn't want to be involved in that. Mike Dam, I feel, has either dropped a connection, gone to the pits. No, I think he might have gone partly back up and into second place.
I'm looking at his ping rate, and his ping is at 8. Well, it just went over 2,000. His quality's in the green. However, his ping is in the bright, and I mean bright red.
Back he was for a second. That might be enough just to save him if he can get himself sick. Who knows right now? There's traffic that he's having to deal with as well. They can't even see him on circuit.
Oh, yep, and he just appeared, and there goes one of the Mazdas, and I believe that Mazda just plowed into the wall. That's Edgar Sanchinelli. Looked like he saved it. Just, wow, unbelievable though.
Yeah, and into the hits there, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you say, Mikey's still out there. It seems to settle down now. So, yeah, it's a relief. But yeah, he's gonna have to feed those hamsters because they're certainly not running fast enough right now, are they, to keep him connected and up and running.
Yeah, definitely. There's something's got to be. He's definitely got to give them something to give those guys a little speed boost or something. Because man, they never a good sign when he's having an issue like that.
Still this battle with Jeff Jacobs. Actually, this is Jeff Jacobs and Stephen Thomas now. So Jacobs, who was on the offensive just a lap ago, that's some MX5 traffic to deal with. Now has Stephen Thomas in the Driftline racing car right behind him as well. So this is for 9th and 10th place.
Man, should be getting a decent run out of here, yeah. And Stephen Thomas gets another decent run. But keep an eye on Jeff Jacobs, though. He might just get the inside line here. And Stephen Thomas is not budging yet on what he wants to do. He's got a good, decent draft, but now going through the S's, it's going to be real difficult to be able to find an overtake move. Still, though, really decent battle overall, though, for ninth with, and actually for eighth as Leon Wright is the driver for currently further up ahead. And here we go again. Stephen Thomas, he's looking at trying to make an overtake going into turns 2 and 3 now, but he's holding off a bit as we're getting near the halfway mark, so we might see these drivers come in soon, but it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is going to be for these GS class.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll take a quick look at the notes in a second just to see what Kevin reckons that they're going to do. But yeah, it could be some good strategy calls to come in, maybe, you know, to get that bit clear air. Because I think he's definitely being held up right now.
Yeah, and Trent Brown and Cameron Bidwell are both in the pits for the GS class. I just noticed that, keeping an eye on the live timing.
Yeah, so the first of the stoppers there.
And they're the first two cars out of the field well, on here, but my live timing's off for the ST class anyways. Overall, though, still some great battling going on. I'm keeping an eye to see if there's going to be any pits. Aero Nam, though, has pulled a 3-second gap on Mike Dam and Robert Hartley already.
I think that all happened more when there was a connection issue, because actually Mike was right on his tail, about 7/10 of a second back. Well, we talk about that, we're just watching this battle between Patty Iannucci and Kevin Ford. This is 4th and 5th. I wouldn't say it's the closest battle on the circuit right now. There's a couple others that are really going at it as well, but they've not had any love as of yet. Jeff Jacobs and Michael Monaghan into the pits. But yeah, I feel like that was really where Nom got away. That connection issue was a problem for Mike. The traffic couldn't see him, so I think he was probably being patient, maybe trying not to not to hit them and things like that, and that's where he lost out. So
Yeah,
he's gonna have to his work cut out to come back at him. But I feel Mike has the ability to do that. That's for sure, though.
yeah, definitely, and especially with how this pit strategy is going to be. The pit strategy is going to be interesting to see what exactly happens here, because pit strategy can definitely make a difference here. As Pascal Iannucci is in the pits now, as well as Mike Dam and Kevin Ford.
Everybody jumping in then. So let's just stay with this little battle, actually. A lot of the MX-5s have come in as well. I'm seeing Geordie Fike, John Allen, Derek Holland, and Matt Smith all into the pits as well. But this is the one that I'm interested to see. They're so close to each other. Will Ford get the jump here? Get out in front? Good. He's absolutely on the money as far as the stopping on his marks go. The car come to a stop really, really quickly. Those are the little things that can help. What's he going to do in terms of fuel? Is he going to be really, really tight? I remember Iannucci before being very good on with his fuel, and he is away. Actually
Iannucci beats him.
gains time.
Oh boy.
Kevin wants to get the bit going as well. He's got an
Ford
MX-5 in front of him, and
That was
yeah, he
really
loses even more
unfortunate.
time.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate there for Kevin Ford. Got caught up with an MX-5, and man, he lost about a good 2 or 3 seconds from that alone.
Have a quick look at what the stops time. So it was actually 1 second longer stationary in the pit, the actual pit. You know, his pit spot there as well. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's late and I can't spit it out right now. I tell you. But yeah, so don't know if he took a little bit more fuel in, but like I was saying, like he really is on the money with trying to get that right. But you know, it has bit him in the past, so there's always that chance that he might have just took a litre too little, and you know, it might have to do a bit of fuel saving later on. It could be that Kev just went particularly safe this time, and yeah, he will. Oh, as Leon Wright jumps into the pits as well, Stephen Thomas is going to go through. So some variety in strategies over a good sort of 10 minutes here that we've had.
Yeah, definitely. As Jacob Beasley is also in the pits as well. And Raymond Bader now in the pits and alongside with Leon Wright. So a lot of things shaping up now, and we're going to start really seeing some strategy plays here soon.
Russ Ruddock tucked up behind Trent Brown. Trent Brown, I haven't seen much of Trent before, so yeah, new to the series for me. But he's got one of the series regulars right up behind him as well.
Yeah, and looks like Russ Ruddock might make some easy work over here, as Russ is looking at trying to find the best way to make an overtake, as Trent Brown's getting into turns 2 and 3 now.
Oh, this is a great little battle. Oh, looking up the inside, it's not really an overtaking spot. Compromises his exit, and actually, you know, the overtaking spot here would have been his best shot, but the slight awkward line really stopped him from making a little lunge there. Blows back up, drop back to half a second. So we have got some of the leaders in ST starting to pit. David Payton and Chris Thorman have jumped into the pits as well. Actually, John Allen, Jordan Walk, Matt Smith, there's a load that have been in. Svenke hasn't yet, so that order at the moment is Svenke, List, Payton, Thorman, Allen, Walk. While we watch this one, Clint Viger, Stephen Thomas, Brandon Whitworth jumping in GS as well. So they were in 3rd, 4th, and 5th in class. I'm expecting them to drop down a little bit, as Mike Dam, of course, has come in. But yeah, you see Whitworth in. Did he miss his box there? Might have missed his box there. So I was just looking at the live timing, and I'm sure I saw the screen go backwards just for a split second in my peripheral view. There we go. Like I say, I'm trying to speak tonight, but it's just not happening.
I've been there, done that a lot of times. Yeah, Travis Schwenke though has almost a 6-second gap on Jim List, and this is just unbelievable with how well he's running, and has not decided to pit yet. So he must be real confident in his fuel strategy, as Jim List is doing the same thing and staying out as well.
Yeah, indeed, he is. Just going to wait for all of the most of the guys to actually jump in the pits, and we'll throw it to our mid-race advert and thank the sponsors and things like that. Yeah, I just want to see how this one pans out. Rob Hartley into the pits then as well. How quick is he going to be? Is he going to come out in front of Mike Dam? Where is Mike Dam? There he is, coming to S's right now. So, still got a ways to go, but 55 seconds roughly everybody has been in the pit lane here. So, I don't think Mike's 55 seconds away, that's for sure. But, yeah, Hartley already done 40 of that 55. So, going to be closer than what I thought, but I still feel confident that he's going to be ahead.
It looks like Mike Dam might get around him though. As there goes Hartley now. Yep, and easily, no hesitation at all.
He's quite a way ahead. So maybe the fresh tyres for Dam has paid off and built himself a nice little lead. That's 3.2 seconds. That might be enough. Can't remember exactly how much Hartley was behind Nom when he pitted in. I thought that was getting on towards about 6 seconds as well now.
Yeah, it's so far only 3 out of 2 cars from the ST, the 2 leaders from the ST class, Travis Schwenke and Jim List, still need a pit, and Aero Nam are the only 3 drivers that have not pitted yet. So fuel strategy is definitely working in favor for all 3 of these drivers, and Aero Nam stays out again. But here goes Jim List. Jim List is in the pits.
Yeah, it's a P2 in. Oh, Eric Violet having a crash. Is he out there?
Oh
yes, definitely. Yeah, he's had something.
That's big. What happened here?
Oh, he's already damaged. So I don't know where that exactly happened.
I'm rewinding back to see if I can find what exactly happened.
This is possibly it here. Yes. So I've jumped back. This was like 22 minutes into it. Oh, he lost it.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, he didn't collect anyone. So yeah, this was 22 minutes 38 seconds into the race. So it was quite a while ago. Through the S's, coming through the fast right-hander that leads on that little sort of straight that you get into the hairpin with, and yeah, you just all over the place. Everybody missed him. Ooh, and into the wall. Pretty
Trent Brown's got some. Trent Brown's in the pits, and he's got a lot of front end damage. Yeah, Trent Brown's got a lot of front end damage. I'm looking at the replay here now.
He had to jump back to the pits as well. I think I can get this on replay too. Indeed I can. He was in this battle. So let's see exactly what happens. Oh, he just lost it. Went on the curbs and just absolutely stuffed it into the tyre wall.
Oh,
nothing
man.
you could do there. Yeah, well, all of a sudden the drivers just sort of tripping over themselves really. Oh, great little battle. Just jumped to it. This is Leon Wright and Jeff Jacobs going at it once again. Yep. And they've got a MX-5 to the right of them, the 88
That's Bobby
car.
Charles.
Yeah, Bobby Charles.
And Aero Nam is in the pits as well.
Well, this is the important one. Where is Mike Dam? There he is, coming out of the hairpin. This is going to be close, that's for sure. Still stationary.
He's going.
This is going to be so close.
Oh boy, yeah. This
Any
is gonna be
second,
very
we're going to see Mike come into a shot.
Nam's on the gas now. Oh man, this is gonna be cool. Woo, boy. Mike Ganum came in hot and heavy because he wanted to try to get as close as he could.
Yeah,
Boy,
down
oh
to
boy.
1.45 seconds they are as well now.
Unbelievable. So the only car that still needs to pit is Travis Schwenke, and 35 minutes in roughly, and that's impressive. So fuel strategy for Travis Schwenke is definitely going to be very good for him. So we'll see how this pans out.
Right, let's just jump quickly to have a break. Say a big thank you to our sponsors, and we will be back for the closing part of this race tonight. Just stay with us. We'll be right back.
The 2019 Ricmotech World Challenge, featuring GTD and GTLM classes, simulating the real series with multi-driver teams, official driver meetings, opening ceremonies, and experienced live race marshals, all leaving drivers with the full track day experience. Be a part of the 2019 Ricmotech World Challenge. Driver registration is now open.
Are you a fan of the Ricmotech Sports Car Series? Now is your chance to show off your favorite sim racing series by visiting our online store. With clothing and apparel for women and men in all sizes, merchandise and gift items like coffee mugs, laptop skins, mouse pads, and many more items to display your passion for sports car sim racing. Visit us today at ExtremeMotorsports99.com and click on the online store button. Thank you for watching and supporting the Ricmotech Sports Car Series.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. We have had an interesting night, that's for sure. Not only in terms of technical glitches, but also with some great racing out there as well. And I think we've still got a very exciting close to this one. So for those of you that weren't here at the start of the race, yes, we've got no overlay for this race. something's gone awry and it's not working. So apologies for that one. We'll hope to try and get that rectified for next week. Well, we hope to try and get it rectified tomorrow, to be fair. And yeah, so far we've got Aero Nom. He leads from Mike Dam, Rob Hartley, Patty Nucci, and Kevin Ford in the GS class. Now, the story of the race so far was that Hartley was at the front. Nom and Dam made a great move to get Hartley all at the same time, and then Dam lost a whole load of time when he had some internet glitch, and we thought we'd lost him from the race for a moment, but he just managed to hold on even with a 2000 ping for a little while. Now, he pitted earlier than Nom. He got very, very close trying to get the undercut, but unfortunately just didn't quite do it. And now we can see, we're watching Dam. Nom has built himself up a 2.6 second lead at the front of this race, so looking very, very strong. And Rob Hartley actually is coming back at Mike Dam, so the battle, I believe, is going to be on for second place. Another good battle that's going on right now is Stephen Thomas and Leon Wright. Those guys have been battling for quite some time. Over in the ST class, Travis Svenke got an absolute awesome start, worked his pole position really well. There was a great battle behind for a lap or so, and all of a sudden Travis finished the first lap about 2 seconds clear straight away, and he was able to carry on building on that, breaking away from that draft while the guys battled it out. So yeah, he's now 5.5 seconds clear at the front of this race. Jim List in second for D2D Motorsport Gold. Jordan Walk in third. Then it's John Allen in fourth place. David Payton in fifth. Chris Thorman sixth. Matt Smith, Geordie Fight, Bobby Charles, Jacob Beasley is your order in ST. There is a good couple of battles going on in ST as well, so let's just take a quick look. That is between Walk and Allen right now, so for third and fourth. Another one that's going on is between Chris Thorman and Matt Smith. There we go, that's that on screen right now as well. So a few little pockets of battles going on out there, Tyler, at the moment. It's been pretty exciting. And I think with 18 minutes to go, we've still got an absolute race on our hands in terms of some podium positions out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, still some great battles overall. Haven't really seen any issues at all. Been impressive. I'm curious to see how this ends, because with Shrunky finally taking the pits, I mean, he's still got with him having almost a 6 second gap now. It's just been really impressive overall. So just Travis Schrenke's just driving unbelievably right now.
I was armed with my admin software and everything tonight, and everyone's been in such good behaviour. I could have issued a black flag at any time with a click of a button. I was ready and raring to do it. But nope, no one's given me the opportunity.
They probably have figured that since you're at adminning today, everyone figured they better be on their best behavior.
That's it, I'm ruthless as well, you know. I'll be like, no, definitely. I'm sure a lot of people would talk about my decisions after the race. Oh, who was that? I think that was Brandon Whitworth there. Just getting all kind of bounce on as he went over the
that
curbs.
Was big. Oh my. Very, very fortunate not to really send it into a tire barrier, because that could have been disastrous very quick like.
Yeah, I did lose a little bit of time, so I'm going to switch focus just back to this Thomas and Wright battle. Jump on board with Stephen Thomas. We were just coming through the end of the first sector. Sweep left, blind right. Gets close to the curb on the inside as possible. Don't want to run wide like that for Leon Wright. Puts himself under pressure. Super important to make sure you get turned in nice and early. You seem to always drift wide through that corner. And we go through this sort of fast sweeping right, then into the long downhill left-hander. The car just always wants to drift out wide. You want to get on the power as early as you can. Oh, that is sideways. Does he save it? Maybe not.
Oh man,
I can't see him.
Oh, he does. It looks like.
He does save it.
My goodness, though.
I'm gonna get
Leon
a.
Wright. Whew.
I need to get a replay of that one back from a different camera angle. We need to see that drift and exactly how he caught that. But yeah, he just went in a bit hot, didn't he, on the hill there?
Got
And
on the dirt.
yeah, just got on the loud pedal. Oh, have it, son. Ah, it's impressive. Yeah, nice
Wow.
little save. Yeah, just if you ever thought there was no power in these Mustangs, well, yeah. Jump to the battle for second in class then between Dam and Hartley. And all of a sudden, it was 0.2 of a second, and now it's back to 5. So yeah, these guys are ebbing and flowing. It's difficult to get a move done around here if you absolutely maximise your braking and your sort of exits.
Absolutely. Right now, just Aeronom's just leaving them in the dust. It's almost, I'm looking at the live timing now, it's almost 4-second gap to Aeronom, and it just pulling away like it's nothing. Like, man, I'm trying to think of a best wording for it, but I can't think of one right now.
Another 0.4 of a second that last lap as well. So yeah, like you say, absolutely flying. I mean, they're in range. You consider we've been racing for 47 minutes in about 5 seconds time, and yeah, they're under 4 seconds, so they're very much in range. Anything can happen. A bit of real bad traffic or something like that, these guys could be right on his tail again. So there is some pockets of MX-5s out there where they might not want to give up this sort of their trap position. Wait and see. Totally different lines through the entry towards turn 1 for Dam and Hartley there. Hartley definitely looks racy all of a sudden. Wants this position back. Maybe got half a chance of going towards Nom. Nothing going through the first of the hairpins. Jump on board with Rob. Hear the tyre squeal as he just drifts out wide.
I heard someone was talking about possibly running out of fuel.
Ed Costantinelli into the pits. Could be him.
Yeah, it might be.
This is a great little battle as well.
Boy.
This is Jordan Walker and John Allen. I think we just had a back marker in the mix there as well.
Whoa.
A bit more connection issues just to spice it up.
And someone just completely disappeared. Oh, he's back now.
Yeah. Jordan Walk that was.
That was scary.
Oh, this battle just behind that's very close as well. Side by side as to go into the downhill left-hander. That's Matt Smith getting by Chris Thorman. Not over and done with yet. Thorman maybe with a slightly better exit. No, not in the end. Has to tuck back in. That's a pretty solid move for Smith there. Come back to this battle between Walk and Allen. I'm going to have a little look. No, decides not. One of the Mustangs coming up rapidly. That's Stephen Thomas that's behind them at the moment. He'll get the. He's got enough straight line speed just to whip through there, get it out of the way. Of course, these MX-5s will catch up a little bit under the braking, carry a bit more speed through the corner.
And John Allen almost rear-ended Jordan Walk there for a second, as Allen tried to do a little bit of lake braking to gain a little bit of a gap, and almost cost him dearly.
Yeah, these two are nip and tuck. There's also another nip and tuck battle right now, and they were actually side by side. That was Ross Ruddock and Brandon Whitworth. So Good. I don't know if that was a move. No, they stayed as they were. So just a bit of solid defence then, really, from Whitworth at this point. Just under 10 minutes to go here then.
Still a lot can happen as Russ Ruddock is trying to claw his way back up. I mean, he's gained one position from where he started. Granted, I believe he was a lot higher up before he got caught up in an incident earlier in the race, I believe. So still an impressive showing for him right now.
Jump on board with John Allen here then. As you see, John walk right ahead of us. Allen. I don't think there's anything Alan can do to get towards even Jim List now as well. He's a few seconds up the road, so want to get podium position. So maybe he's thinking a bit tactical, waiting a little lift, but not a toe one. That's just natural for that corner, I feel. Good exit. Again through the sweeping left, right. Blind curb on the right. Half upset these little MX-5s. Good exit, but this corner he needs to nail. This next hairpin, the one that really gives drivers the opportunity. It was very wide in, but just didn't pick up the gas early enough, I feel. Hasn't got the momentum to get a move done.
No.
Actually lost ground more than anything.
Yeah, it looked like he more lost ground.
Oh,
Whoa,
he did lose ground
look at that
there,
leg
though.
breaking. Whoa,
Oh, and that's not what you
there it
want
goes
as
again.
well.
Jordan Walk disappeared again. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's stay with John Allen for the moment, and we'll see. All of a sudden, he just pops back in there. Oh, there he is. Hey, you never know where they're going to appear.
Too, and he's got the draft, so this is going to get interesting. Oh, Allen had the momentum, but he did feather the throttle though, and really hurt him there.
Right in the middle, wasn't he? I think he just felt like he was going to drift a little wide. Had to get out of it for a second. Oh, good exit there though. Completely foot to the floor. Opening up the line. We've got a Mustang coming through on the inside. There he is.
That was Leon Wright, I believe. Ooh. Yeah, there's Jeff Jacobs right behind him.
So these two battles that we've been watching sort of throughout this race, all of a sudden, Jacobs can't get by, and he's going to be a little frustrated here because he had a chance to make some moves. Just getting held up now. Of course, the MX-5s, they're in their own race, you know, they've got to be respectful, but more than anything, they need to not afford to lose the time against their rivals.
Exactly.
Well, those two battles literally just spread straight apart for us. This one, though, that's definitely not. That's Tyler Shiflett and Stephen Thomas. I'm not quite sure who that is with them there.
Looks like
that Travis
that's Travis Ranke. Which he's holding his own, which is kind of shocking as they until they got to the straightaway. Kind of interesting seeing an MX-5 being a little bit quicker than Mustangs. Ooh, Travis. Boy, that was close.
I think that was probably the traffic just distracting him just a little bit there. Stay on the ball. Still got himself 5 minutes to go in this race. So maybe 3 more laps, I would think, depending on where our leaders are. Have a look. Nom with his 3.2 second lead, so it's not huge.
I'd say probably about 3 laps. I believe this will probably be like 3 to go, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. We're sort of over halfway through this lap as well. Hartley just can't seem to get close enough to make a move. Either that or he's just being purposefully patient. Be surprised at this stage of the race if he was. I think he'd want to go straight through.
Ooh, boy, hear the tires squealing there. Boy, the tires were not liking Mike at all.
Gotta give it some, that's for sure. I remember driving the F1 around here through that corner, absolutely throwing it in the old Williams FW31. All about trying to make it stick through turn 2. Still, Hartley cannot get close enough. Go on board. Good exit from down through the downhill left. Both of them pretty even exits as well from the middle hairpin there. Damn, very committed through the S's. Actually pulled a little bit of a gap. All the track and a bit more in use out there. Good exit from Hartley, but not enough of one to get a run. With the short straights here, Tyler, it'll just be winding up, won't he? The draft will start to have an effect just as he needs to get on brakes.
Yeah, it just makes it really difficult as Hartley's just throwing it in the corners, trying to get them. Yeah, the rears just keep spinning on him, going up the gears. It's just really difficult for Hartley to get any grip at all. They're attacking the curves. Ooh, Mike gets a little sideways.
Bit of traffic ahead. Will that make a difference? A couple of bits of traffic, actually. Might well do.
Might, just much as might.
They'll get out of the way. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep, one down.
I believe that was Derek Collin they got around, and then now they got Bobby Childs just further up the field as Aero Nom. Wait a minute. What happened here? That's Aero Nom.
Indeed it is. But it's been coming down gradually over the last few laps. A couple of tenths here and there, and the traffic made it look, I think, a lot worse than it was. But it was only about 3 seconds clear, so it's come down half a second in about 4 or 5 laps, so I think it's still relatively safe.
As we should be, I believe, this should be a white flag for Aero Nom. And there goes Bobby Childs into the pits.
Yeah, a bit of a late call for Bobby coming in this time, and I think you are right. It will be white flag. 59 minutes and 10 seconds on the race counter, as I can see, and
pretty much a last-ditch effort now for Hartley. He's gotta make a move.
just look at this though as well. John Allen and Jordan Walk momentarily ahead. Allen gets a better. Well, he got off the corner, and yep, able to maintain. That is great from Allen. These guys, of course, will get through. Where is our leader? There he is, down that back straight. I don't think he's got anything to worry about. Just needs to make sure he hits his marks. Make any silly mistakes. Purple first sector for Rob Hartley. These guys are absolutely pushing behind. Hartley will want that second place.
Yeah, and it looks like he's Gonna try his best to get the run. Expect a late braking move, especially going into the hairpin. Hartley's gonna do everything he can. About a half a second gap, and I don't think it's close enough if he wants any kind of draft.
No, not at all. He needs to absolutely nail the lines through here.
And ooh, Mike goes a little wide.
Does,
Oh,
but
it's
he's
getting
okay.
close.
You need to watch the leader come across the line
Oh,
and take a
side by
victory.
side.
Whoa, look at that in the background there. So, but yes, what a great
Mike Dan's gonna hang
race
on to it.
by Aero Nom, Mike Dam, Rob Hartley. They all come across 3 seconds apart. That's a great podium there. And yeah, different strategies being played out. We have a quick look towards our leader. He hasn't been on screen much at all tonight, Tyler, but we'll
Absolutely
stay
not.
with him for this bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just running away with it. He's got over an 11-second gap to looks like to John D. Allen and Jordan Walk. So, just unbelievable run by Travis Schwenke.
Like you say, the rest had good runs out there, but just that battling really let him scamper away and just put his talent to good use and dead down and just built that lead up. And here he comes across what is probably one of the biggest margins I've seen in the MX5 in Ricmotech history. 11.6 seconds in front. What a great race. John
Absolutely.
Allen, he's managed to shake off Jordan Walk. And yeah, finishes in second with Jordan Walk in third. And there may well be I'm going to say there may be some post-race investigations and things like that, but actually, I don't know where I was going with that, so I'll retract that. Right, who are we still waiting for to come across the line?
I believe Derek Holland is one. Bobby Childs, Elvis Rankin. I believe
Yeah.
those are the drivers that are left to cross the line.
But
Never
while
mind,
we
as I think all of them have now crossed the line.
there we go. While we get them in, we'll get Aero in, get him ready for a quick little chat. Tyler, only you will be able to take us through the final classifications because you'll be able to see the InSim results.
Yep, as Aero Nam wins the GS race by, looked like it probably would have been a larger margin, but even still with running a great drive, finishing in first over Mike Dam and 2.1 second gap. Third place is going to be Robert Hartley. And then and that'll be your top three in the GS class. Then it'll be Pascal Iannucci in fourth, Kevin Ford finishing out your top five for the GS class. Clint Vigas, Tyler Shiflett, Stephen Thomas, Leon Wright, and Jeff Jacobs rounds out your top 10. And then Brandon Whitworth in 11th, Russ Ruddick in 12th, Stephen Daniels in 13th, Raymond Bader in 14th, and then Michael Mahonigan finishing in 15th. And Cameron Bidwell rounds out your 16 car. Actually, Cameron Bidwell finishes in 16th, and then there's actually Trent Brown had issues finishing well down the order, finishing in 17th in the GS class, 32nd overall, and then Paul Gibson having issues finishing in 18th in the GS class and 34th overall. On to the ST class. Travis Schwenke is your winner there by a big margin, by I believe it was 12-second margin, finishing out the win. John D. Allen and Jordan Rock will round out your podium. David Patton and Chris Thorman, it would be finishing in 4th and 5th overall, and that would be your top 5 in the ST class. Then it's Jim List, George Fike, Matthew Smith, Jacob Beasley, and Derek Holland round out your top 10. Bobby Childs had a late second pit stop. Probably was running out of fuel. So really unfortunate there, finishing in 11th. Elvis Rankin in 12th, Michael Key in 13th, Edgar Sancinelli having some really big issues there. I believe he was one of the drivers that got tangled up in a wreck, finishing in, I believe it was 15th or 16th. I'll have to double check myself on that. Eric Violet, another one of those drivers, just having some unfortunate issues, just got a little wide and just absolutely tore up the front end. And then the last car in the ST class is Mike Taylor. And that'll round out your 34 car field for both the GS class and the ST class.
Very much for that one. And we are joined by our race winner, Aeronom. Congratulations. You had a little bit of work to do at the start of that race, but a great move into the hairpin. And you were able to build on that. Mike had his issue with his connection, slightly different strategy, came in a little bit early. Looked like he was going to get the track position for a little short second, but you just snuck out in front. And from there, you never looked back.
Yeah, the quali was quite difficult because the track tempo went down, yeah, so at the end I didn't get the pole, but Robert did good lap in the last lap. In the start, yeah, I was just trying to be behind Robert and see where I'm faster. So there was quite many opportunities to pass, but I picked the best one, and it worked very well. And yeah, in the pit stop, I decided to stay out because I saw the Mustang traffic coming out of the pits, and Tambo was behind some. He was much faster, but I took the risk, and I knew at the end I had the better tires.
It all worked out perfectly for you. So yeah, congrats. I know it's very late for you there, so we won't keep you for too much longer, but having a very quick look at the website just to try and find out where we are next week. Actually, I think it's the World Challenge next week, isn't it? And then we return. So where are we? I'm feeling. It's Twin Ring Motegi. So how are you feeling for Motegi next?
Okay, 3 hours ago I had GT race there, so I already know the track very well. So
You'll be all right then.
It will be again depending on the weather. Very slippery track, and yeah, very long track.
Yeah, we love that Japanese asphalt, that's for sure. Well, thanks, Eric. Congratulations again. Great win. The mic is yours. Give us the shout outs that you want, and we will give you a good night.
Yeah, I want to thank the league organizers, Kevin, and everybody who was doing the hard work here, and the league sponsors and you guys there.
Thanks, mate. Have a good one. See you then.
Yeah.
User was moved out of your channel.
Okay,
User
yeah.
was moved to your channel.
Oh, someone said something funny. We catch him in mid-chuckle.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what is with our timing lately?
Yeah, I
Jeez.
know. So we drag in Travis Finke. Travis, what a great race from you, really. I mean, you didn't have much to do, but you didn't make any mistakes. You just pulled away, you did your thing, and yeah, one of the largest victories we've seen in this this series and this class.
Yeah, after last week, I think I had my head down a little bit this week and wanted to get out there and finish with the win. So it worked out perfectly, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jump in real quick as well, because yeah, especially after that Sebring race, and that, I mean, I kind of felt bad, especially when really not a lot you could do, and then having the huge incident that pretty much wiped out yourself and a few others. I mean, I believe it was that almost about half the field was involved in that wreck alone at the initial point. So definitely a great way to come back and be able to get the win, especially after a really disappointing race last week.
Yeah. I will say this week here, the temperature and the track temperature swing was just unbelievable. I mean, it was 10C in one lap early in practice, and I saw it once in race where it was pretty close to that, where it jumped 9C just as the clouds went away and the sun hit the track again. It was pretty crazy. You really had to be careful in some of the high-speed corners in this car because it would want to wash out on you, where when it was colder, you had perfect grip through it.
Unbelievable. But yeah, great driving as well to Travis. Alex, I'll go ahead and give it back to you. I didn't mean to jump in there, but
No worries. You go for it
figured.
anytime. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, just ask the question, obviously, of next week, Motegi. Well, next race, sorry, Motegi. Obviously, very another circuit that's quite short on the straights on the high-powered cars. It's difficult to overtake, but I think it should make for some good racing in the MX5.
Yeah, it's a really interesting. I always have to get a few laps in, I mean, few by few, probably like 10, 15 before I start getting the swing of it. It seems like it's really in this car a slow in, fast out kind of track, and you really just can't even scrub on entry, or else it just kills your lap time. So definitely have to keep your momentum up at that track, and looking forward to it. It is a really fun track. It's just not used as much as I'd like, I guess.
Of course. Right, well, thank you very much. Congratulations again. Mike is yours. Anyone you want to thank?
Just thank Ricmotech and Extreme for putting on this series, and you guys continuing your great broadcasts. And it's been a decent season so far, so I hope to continue and have a great one all season.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, mate. Have a good one. Catch you then.
User was moved out of your channel. User was
Drag Mike in. Mike, welcome to the booth. It's been a little while since we've had a little chat.
Yeah.
An interesting race from yourself. I mean, first off, a great opportunist move into the hairpin on Rob. It looked like the race was on for the win for quite a while then, and then you had some internet connection issues once again in the middle. It set you back a little bit, and you weren't really able to recover, and then you just fighting Rob for the rest of the race.
Yeah. It's good to be back here. It's been a while since I drove the Mustang. I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to get back into it, but I feel like I'm finally back up to pace. Obviously tonight shows it. But yeah, I've had connection issues the last bunch of races. I mean, it all hasn't been the same thing. Tonight it was latency. It's been kind of really crazy weather around here lately, so I don't know, my internet's just kind of unreliable right now. Going back to like Daytona, I've got a new PC and running on a new rig, and I've just been having compatibility issues. So that's what happened at Daytona in the Porsche. But so it's a whole bunch of different issues that's happened lately. But it's good to be back in this one. Yeah.
I'm looking at the tracks that are coming up right now. Twin Ring Motegi into Lagos, and then we're at Bartha. So a good little cluster of some pretty epic tracks. How do you think the rest of the season is going to shape out for you?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's good to be back in the Mustang. It's been a while since I've had a close battle like that with the top guys, and I've missed it. So it's good to be back. I'm gonna charge on. It's gonna be a hard task to beat Euro, but I'll beat him one of these races, I'm sure.
Good stuff. Mike is yours. Anyone you want to thank? Go for it.
Yeah, all the guys who race in this league, they're super polite, super awesome in their conduct. So just a real good group of guys to race with. Make it a pleasure.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Take it easy, guys.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Right, and last but by no means least, it's John Allen. And actually, talking of last, right now you're sitting last on my timing screen. Don't know why it goes a little bit crazy sometimes, but that's certainly not where you finished. Second in class today. How did you feel like it went?
It was exciting early. First 2 or 3 turns, guys made commitments to try and be in that chaser spot, and it kind of cut us off a little bit, gave Travis a little easier day than intended. I found myself in third after that went down, and Jim had really good pace and the best chance of probably catching Travis's draft, so I kind of let him do it and stayed tucked in. And plus, I wasn't intending to take tires, and I was going to let him drive his off, knowing he'd probably take some. Strangely enough, I didn't have much time to practice for this race, but the setup I wound up with is really good on really worn tires. My 3 fastest laps of the race were in the last 4 laps, and the only one that wasn't was when I made the pass around Jordan. So maybe I've learned something there I can apply later.
Well, that's it every week, isn't it? You know, and bring it to the track, and then of course your rivals find something new as well. I think that's the way the racing
Exactly.
goes. It certainly feels like that for me. It's like, yes, we've got something. Oh no, we haven't. Well, yeah, it looked like a lot of fun out there today. Racing looked pretty clean, everything that we want to see and come to expect from the Ricmotech series, of course. And yeah, next week Motegi to another circuit again that's not exactly easy to overtake. Do we think we're going to get a runaway winner? Could it maybe be yourself?
Sure, I'd like to take a turn up there with no company, but I do love Motegi. It's a personal favorite, largely because it was kind of a breakthrough track for me after I got onto iRacing. I avoided it for a long time. I didn't know it. And then it was kind of what taught me about setups, and I found one that was just right and dialed into it a little more after that. So I am very fond of it. We don't get to run it very much, and I think I won last time we went there as well. So I would like to repeat, of course.
Awesome stuff. Right. Thank you very much. Anyone you want to give a quick holler to? Go for it.
Yeah, well, tonight especially, shout out to Jordan for some great racing. We worked really well as a team. It didn't really work out sometimes with the timing of the Mustangs trying to chase Jim down, but then unfortunately he had I guess a drive-through penalty or something. So, but he took tires and I didn't, and it was clear he was catching me, so I sent him around, and we worked well together trying to chase him down for a good many laps there.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, John. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time when we return for the sports car series.
See you at Motegi.
User was moved out of your channel.
Right, Tyler. Thank you very much for jumping in and assisting. I know it's not been an easy one to tonight without the graphical interface, and again for everyone watching and for all the drivers that make it all this way through and listen to the interviews and everything else like that. Thank you very much for watching it as well, because yeah, it was a fun race, and which I'm just gutted that we had this little glitch really tonight and we couldn't bring you our usual standards of what we want, but yeah, we'll get it rectified, no doubt. This is what yeah, when you push the technology, sometimes we had an update at 11:30 and it must have broke something that they didn't realize in the test environment. So yeah, we'll be back next week, of course, with the Andrew, I believe, in the booth with you, Tyler, for the World Challenge Series. So that should be an interesting one. Yeah, so hopefully that will be sorted for Woody. But yep, thank you very much again, like I said, for joining me. Thank you everybody for watching. Please hit the like button. Like I say, even though it wasn't our finest work in terms of the graphical stuff, still appreciate the thumbs up for us trying to plug through it and give you all the information you possibly needed. So I've been Alex Simpson. Tyler Vickery's been joining with me. We're well, I'm heading off to bed. Not sure about you, Tyler, but thank you very much again, everyone. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We have got the return of the BSR MX5 Cup Series, and that is on the iRacing Esports Network. We'll see you then.